everybody. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Second Home Vacation Location. I have the pleasure of introducing you to Kevin Walters from Jaco,
That's it. You got it.
Costa Rica. Welcome, Kevin.
Thank you so much. How are you today?
I am excellent, and I'm so looking forward to hearing all about the area that you service in Costa Rica, because we know that a lot of people are looking to get out of the winter weather and find a second home to live in.
Well, it's not just the winter weather. There's a lot of crazy things going on in North America too. We'll leave politics and religion out of this, but yes, we do have a lot of people relocating. I'd love to hear the questions that you have, let you know why we came down here, what's going on, and who's coming down here to either visit us or have second homes as well.
Okay, well, first tell us how you ended up in Costa Rica and from where.
Yeah, great question. Very, very long story short. I am a US citizen and an Australian citizen. So I carry a full license in Australia and I have accreditation here in Costa Rica. With saying that, we did a lot of property in the downturn in the United States, from 2009, 10, 11, 12. And a lot of those clients were wondering, well, gosh, what's going on in the United States? So we basically cookie cuttered it and now bringing people down here, mainly North Americans, people from the United States, but I have a lot of your kinfolk up in Canada coming down here as well.
Okay, excellent. So tell us the main attractions and what you love most about where you live.
Well, one, you can live at the beach or on the beach where it's very affordable. So
Okay.
even though that the prices are going up due to supply and demand, which happens all over the world, our prices are still very inexpensive. And I know we'll talk about that a little bit later. Healthcare system,
Okay.
absolutely unreal. As we were discussing earlier, yes, I know I shouldn't be having a 1-year-old at the age of 55, but going back to that, private healthcare, I paid for it out of pocket with insurance in the background, and everything was reimbursed back to me 100% within 15 business days.
Wow.
So we are socialized, not like
Okay.
Canada, where you have to use socialized and you have no choice of private healthcare,
Yeah.
or like the United States, where there is no socialized medicine and you can only use HMOs or private healthcare. We have the opportunity of both here. And
Okay.
my family, we do use both. We mainly use the private healthcare for big things that we need, but the healthcare system here is incredible. And I'll tell you this right now, for whoever's listening that's never been down here, one, we are not an island. That's Puerto Rico. We are in Costa Rica. And two, what was two going to be? I'm just kidding. No, we're not a third world country. Not
Okay.
at all.
So
My aunties have just flown in from Los Angeles and they're like, I was not expecting to see charging stations, Teslas, EV cars. I'm not going to say all over the place, but more than
okay.
you would think in what people think is a third
Okay.
world country. And we are definitely not a third world country.
Okay, that's great. Dispelling some myths there.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Excellent. Okay. So what kinds of things other than beach activities do you partake in there?
Well, what happens here, I'll go with our clients. Our clients that are coming down are mainly from Canada
Mhm.
and the United States. We do
Right.
have some coming in from Europe as well because there are direct flights. When investors come in here, we're 5 to 10 minutes away from all sorts of adventure activities. And we are one of the top sports fishing places in the world. And that's only 10 minutes away from us where that marina is. And that's
Oh,
Los Sueños Marriott Marina. That's
okay.
10 minutes away. Quepos is about an hour and 15 minutes away. That's another world-renowned area with a lot of fishing tournaments. But as far as zip lining, ATV rides, canyoning, doing water repelling, bird watching, whale watching, chocolate tour. Chocolate tour is a must when you come down here. And that's chocolate tour is amazing. So there's a lot of things. And actually in our area of Jaco, again, about 10 minutes away, we have a championship golf course with 18 holes.
Oh, good to know.
There's a lot to do here, and it's a great area for adults, kids, beginners, intermediates, and advanced people for surfing as well.
Okay, okay, all right, that's good to know. I
Mhm.
just recently learned to surf in Mexico, so that's my new hobby. So
Good for you. Good for
good,
you.
good to know. Excellent. Just going back to one of your myths there, that is an interesting thing that a lot of people do think that Costa Rica is an island.
Yeah, they
You
get
know,
it confused with Puerto Rico.
yeah, but I do have friends that live in Costa Rica, and he says, "Why don't you just drive down and meet us?" Well, yes, of course, because we can, right? So,
Right.
so yeah, yeah. So let's talk a little bit about the real estate there. What kind of things can you get and at what price point?
Yeah, so things have gone up globally, I would say. Things have gone up due to the pandemic lightening up. I don't want to ever say that it's over, but due to it lightening up, and we have an influx of people coming in. So with that, our inventory is getting much lower.
Okay.
Before you could get some great properties under 150,000. That's very difficult to do. Yes, you can get properties under 150, but are you going to want to stay in there? Or even better yet, are your clients going to want to stay there that are going to be run through a property management company? There are a few out there in our town. And yes, our beach town is probably a little bit more expensive than other beach towns.
Okay.
We're closer to the international airport. We have good clinics, so we have a little bit bigger infrastructure. So with
Okay.
more people coming in, you go the supply and demand. I know you are in northwestern Arizona, but you've gone, Phoenix, Gilbert is skyrocketing. Downtown Phoenix, where I used to live, what you could get for 200,000 is 500,000 now, five
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah.
So property prices, yes, you can get into a 2 bedroom, 2 bath of good quality, newer build for 200,000, give or take 10,000 here or there.
Okay. And that's condo.
That would be a condo, and yes, with
Yeah.
HOA fees and things like that.
Yeah.
Once you start hitting the $250,000 range,
Hmm.
the opportunity becomes a little bit bigger. But you can honestly get into really nice investment properties for 350 and below that are either very close to the beach or on the beach.
Wow.
Mhm.
Okay. That is still very reasonable. I mean,
Yes, and we're kind of thinking that it's expensive here, but living in Australia, knowing the West Coast, that Southern California, knowing uh Ontario and Windsor
even
area and
even
things.
parts of Mexico, you can't find
Yeah,
it like that,
yeah. So
right? So,
when a lot of people are asking me, oh my gosh, that's more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Again, we're not a third world country. Oh gosh, Shannon, I got to tell you this. One
okay.
very important thing for you and your friends and your family that are following your channels. We are 100% titled land and registered through Costa Rica here. Well, I shouldn't say through Costa Rica, but in the Jaco area, we are
Mhm.
100% titled property.
Okay, so very, very little risk as some of the places that you do here, like Mexico
Mhm.
with Ejido land and that kind of stuff. You've got full titles, full ownership.
Correct. And that's not all of Costa Rica, but that does happen to be in the Jaco area, give or take 15 miles south or 5 miles north of us. And there are a few pockets that are, but probably less than 3% of the whole country on the coastline is. We happen to be titled. And that's another reason why people are coming here. They don't have to worry about that government owning the land. Now, we do not have a military. So it's not like someone's going to come in and start taking people's land right away. That's not going to happen, even if you do buy concession land. But for face value and economic safety, yes, we are titled land here.
Yeah, that's a really, really good point,
Mhm.
because people are, even Canadians buying in the US, they're very nervous to do it.
Mhm. Yeah,
So, for foreigners to go and buy in another country, which is the whole reason that we're doing this series, is because we want to make people feel that, it's a safe investment, that
correct.
that it is possible, and, to take the fear out of the whole buying process. So,
And we try to run everything like you would be purchasing a property in North America. I was just speaking with a Canadian client yesterday, and he may be buying sight unseen. So do I agree with that 100%? No, I don't. I would prefer people to come down here, but it's through our global agency that you and I are involved with, and there's a lot of value in that. So there's a lot of trust too. But talking to him about the processes
mhm.
that there's a deed, that everything is registered in Costa Rica. There are numbers that go with the property or the land itself, or the home and land, or just the land. So we try to make it as similar as we can that it would be in the United States or Canada.
Excellent, excellent. That is good to know. I was surprised when I started selling in Mexico how similar
Mhm.
processes actually are. So it's nice to hear that it's that way in Costa Rica as well.
Yeah, and we deal with property lawyers, we deal with the bankers. As far as the bankers, that one of the questions is going to come up: how does financing go here? Slim and none. You
Yep.
really don't want to try to get money from a bank here. It's going to be very expensive, and they're going to change the goalpost on you each time. You give them all of the pieces that they wanted, then they're going to want a little bit more and a little bit more. If you are looking to seek finance, there are opportunities with seller finance at 50%.
Okay.
Um, and there
That's
are
that's interesting.
opportunities that, yep. So there's also opportunities to do self-directed IRAs, or
Mhm.
you being from Canada, you can use RSPs as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, exactly, exactly. Yeah, much easier. I get the similar questions about financing in Mexico, and it's just easier, take the equity out of your Canadian home, or establish line of credit, do whatever you have to do. That way, just to avoid the hassle and the cost, right?
Yeah, and if you are going to take equity out and you've already come across this, please do not go to your Scotia Bank or your Bank of America or Wells Fargo, because they're just going to say, "Oh, what's this for? Oh, I'm buying a property in Mexico. Oh, I'm buying a property in Costa Rica." Not going to happen.
Yeah.
Go to a trusted mortgage lender. Let them do
Yes.
that stuff, someone that you can trust, and explain to them, and they're going to say, "Oh, okay, no problem at all."
No
Well,
problem.
if you meet the criteria, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, excellent. So what kind of things are happening? What are you working on right now?
Thank you, Shannon, for asking. We have a very hush hush, under the radar. It's time for this to happen. We have a beautiful area just north of us, 8 to 10 minutes away, pardon me, called Los Sueños Marriott Resort. They're beautiful homes up there, anywhere from 400,000 to probably $10 million.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful homes, but it's just sometimes the people think it might be, oh gosh, we've got to go grocery shopping, or we want to do this and we want to do that, and we've got to go into Jaco. Those people that want the ultra luxury stuff aren't really buying in Jaco. Well, come the end of the year or the turn of the year, we will be launching a very high-end luxury product right on the beach. Every condominium will have beach views. And if anyone's been to Jaco and is listening to this, it's still in Jaco, but it's just off the beaten path where you can walk anywhere you want to go, but you're not going to hear uh, the beeping of the horns or the people walking up and down the streets. It is right on the beach, full concierge service, 17 levels. We're very, very excited about it. And you, Shannon, will be one of the first people to let your luxury homeowners and investors, second home buyers, know about it.
Oh, I can't wait for
So
the
everyone
launch.
stay tuned.
Oh, yes, that is very, very exciting.
Yes, the builder has built here before, and they've been in Mexico and Mexico City for the last 20 years. So They know what they're doing. Right
Okay.
now, right now, plans and permits have been approved. We're just waiting on a few more things. We could legally be going out and accepting reservation fees. We're just going to wait for a little bit longer, wait till after the first of the year. If you've ever been in construction before, dealt with builders and developers, nothing really goes on. They kind of shut their doors December 15th to January 15th. So we're going to let our real estate families know about it in North America, and then it'll go out to the public in February.
Okay, okay, that's exciting, and that is good timing. You know,
Yeah,
that's the time where a lot of people are thinking about travel, and they're beaten down by some of the weather by that time, and
heck yeah.
got an exciting new product coming to the table. So
And when
that
I say luxury, it's not like you're going business class on United Airlines luxury. It is you're going first class on Etihad or Lufthansa type luxury.
Okay, okay, I gotcha. Well, I can't wait to see some of your marketing for that and be able to share that with our
Mhm.
peeps as well. So,
Absolutely. So excited
yeah,
for it.
yeah, that's awesome. So, anything else right now that you want to share with these people before we tell them how to get a hold of you?
Um, I'm always going to feel more comfortable, and I think you would, and I think that your families that are following you and your investor portfolio, come down here, check it out first. We
Okay.
will tour you around. We will show you the good, bad, and the ugly. You may think that you want a two-bedroom, two-bath at 200,000 and try to get something like that, but it may be, oh gosh, I like this instead. Or you may think that you need a five-bedroom at 800,000, but the goalposts kind of change when you come down here.
Yeah,
We found that out with a lot when we were bringing investors in from Australia into Arizona to look at things in 2009, 10, and 11. And
yep,
people's views completely change when they get on the ground and see it for themselves.
true.
I
Very
cannot suggest that more. Direct flights from LA, Denver is seasonal. Sometimes they're even out of Phoenix on American Airlines. Dallas, Houston, Austin, Chicago is seasonal, North Carolina, several places in Florida, Newark, Atlanta, and YYZ. So up there
wow.
in Canada,
Yeah.
direct flights coming down here, easy to get to.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. You know your stuff when it comes to getting there.
Well, gosh, we've got to because we've got so many people coming down. And again, we want to make it easy enough for them to get down here and not think that, oh gosh, I've got to have a 7 hour delay in Houston or
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's really good because that is another factor in choosing where you're going to live in your second home vacation location, is the ease of getting there,
Mhm.
right? So, yeah. So no.
Yeah, yeah, and you don't want to be, these places that I named, you can have some little bit rough weather in Denver occasionally, but you may have more rough weather in the Toronto area trying to fly out. There may be delays, or
Yep.
in Newark there may be some delays, and sometimes there may be out of North Carolina, out of Raleigh, but otherwise flying down from these other places, boom, you're down here real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. I mean, that's travel has gotten harder over the last couple of years, so that there is some ease there is really nice. So,
And
yeah.
we do have an on-site property management company here in Jaco, and we'll try to find you the best values to come and stay.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. So how does one get a hold of Kevin when they want to investigate real estate?
Yeah, nothing too unique. I mean, it's simple as Kevin at Costa Rica investmentproperties.com.
Okay.
And the phone numbers, you can always send me an email. I've got little beeps that pop up, but always the best way to get a hold of us, as you know, Shannon, is going to be on WhatsApp. I answer that one crazy. You were sending me messages at 6:30 in the morning and I was replying. So WhatsApp is the best way to go. If you're not on it, please get on it, folks. But Kevin
I
at Costa Rica investmentproperties.com.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing, trying to get people converted over to
Mhm.
WhatsApp because it's worldwide, right?
Yeah,
You can use it worldwide and, especially for other agents and things, it's like, okay, well, when you leave Canada or the US and you need to switch over to an international phone, how do people reach you, right?
yeah,
So, but if you're on WhatsApp, it's an easy communicator.
yeah. And our Instagram channel and our Facebook channel, Costa
Okay.
Rica Investment Properties. Just look it up that way. Costa Rica Investment Properties.
Okay, we'll post all your links in the description anyways. So
Yeah. Thanks
yeah,
for that. Well,
that
thank you for your time. I hope you viewers out there that you enjoy this. Please reach out to Shannon with any questions you have or contact me directly and make sure that you tell me that you're friends and family with Shannon, okay?
that's awesome, Kevin. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to helping our clients in Costa Rica.
Looking forward for you to come down here.
I know, I know. I really need to get down there sometime soon. You've just sparked it for me again. So
Wonderful.
that's awesome. Thanks so much for being on our show.
Thanks, guys. 2 thumbs up.